The internet is on fire. No, scratch that, it's burning to the ground. Because just when everyone thought the rap girls had finally buried the hatchet, Cardi B just did the unthinkable. A leak so messy, so nuclear, so career-ending that the entire industry is in shock. Sources say Cardi didn't just clap back, she exposed Saweetie. And not with words, not with shade, but with something far more dangerous, a tape. That's right. Allegedly, Cardi dropped a bombshell video, one that shows Saweetie and Offset together in ways that can't be unseen. A scandal that's now threatening marriages, record deals, and entire fan bases. It all started as petty online shade. Saweetie laughed at Cardi's album sales, posting a not-so-subtle numbers don't lie meme right after Nicki Minaj's project topped the charts. But instead of ignoring it, Cardi went full scorched earth mode. Within hours, cryptic tweets started flying. She posted a skull emoji, a lock emoji, and a camera reel. Fans didn't understand until the files dropped. Now, social media is a war zone. Team Cardi versus Team Saweetie. Barbs versus Barty gang. And right in the middle of the chaos, Nicki Minaj herself backing Saweetie with a single tweet that's already being called the most savage move of the decade. Hollywood insiders are calling it the biggest celebrity meltdown since the Kanye Taylor VMAs. But this time, it's dirtier, louder, and personal. Because when love, betrayal, and clout collide, nobody walks away clean. It started like every other messy rap beef. A few tweets, a sprinkle of shade, and a fan base ready to turn popcorn into profit. But within 24 hours, what began as Saweetie clowning Cardi B's album sales turned into a full-blown war that now has leaked footage, broken NDAs, and an entire industry choosing sides. It all kicked off on a sleepy Thursday afternoon, when Saweetie posted a slick Instagram story, screenshot of the Billboard chart with Nicki Minaj's album sitting pretty at number 1. The caption, "Numbers don't lie. Energy does." Cute jab to some, but to the Barty gang, it was a digital Molotov cocktail. And to make it worse, she tagged Nicki Minaj with 3 pink hearts. Everyone knew what that meant. Nicki and Cardi's Cold War had been simmering for years, and Saweetie just declared her allegiance in the middle of it. Fans instantly flooded the comments. "Not Saweetie, poking the bear," one user wrote. Another said, "She forgot Cardi, don't play nice, she plays dirty." But no one was ready for what happened next, just hours later. Cardi tweeted, "Some people forget who fed them when they was starving." No names, no tags, but everyone knew who she meant. Then came the cryptic repost on her Instagram story. A blurred-out image of what looked like a phone gallery folder labeled receipts. The internet exploded. Reddit threads were on fire. TikTok detectives pulled out receipts from 2020, dissecting every moment the two rappers had ever shared, from friendly interviews to awkward side-eye moments at award shows. Fans swore there had always been tension beneath the surface. And then the rumors resurfaced, those rumors, the ones that said Saweetie had been a little too friendly with Offset behind the scenes back when the Migos were still intact. The whispers that had nearly broken the internet 2 years ago. Before Cardi brushed them off as hater lies. Only this time, the whispers had video at exactly 11:47 p.m. A private account with 0 followers and a username too random to be fake. At Burner Queen 89 dropped a 32-second clip. The caption, "What she said about sales." Should have stayed quiet. The footage was grainy, like it had been filmed on a hidden camera, but fans could make out enough. A man who looked eerily like Offset. A woman with Saudi's signature blonde hair. Low light. Intimate setting. You didn't have to be Sherlock Holmes or a Barb to connect the dots. Within minutes, the clip spread like wildfire. The account vanished, but the damage was irreversible. Twitter lit up like Times Square at midnight. One tweet read, "That ain't just Saweetie's icy chain, that's Offset's hand." Another wrote, "If this is real, Cardi's revenge arc just went triple platinum." And right when people started doubting whether the clip was legit, an anonymous DM leak hit the blog pages. Screenshots of an alleged conversation between Offset and an unknown number surfaced. The messages were short but brutal. Offset: "We gotta talk before this goes public." Unknown: "You should have thought about that before touching her." Offset: "It was one time. Don't let her ruin me." Fans connected the dots instantly. Her was Saweetie. And "don't let her ruin me" meant Cardi had receipts. By sunrise, Cardi was trending worldwide. Not because of a song, not because of a feature, but because of the tape. Cardi stayed silent, but her likes told the story. She liked a tweet that read, "You can't play victim when the evidence got timestamps." She retweeted another fan who said, "Sawtee's icy GRL just melted." Meanwhile, Offset deleted his Twitter. His Instagram comments flooded with ice emojis and clown faces. And Saweetie: she went radio silent. No tweets, no Insta stories, no explanations. Just a single photo posted on her feed, her holding a wine glass. Captioned "unbothered." But fans weren't buying it. Under that post, one top comment said, "You better be unbothered when your phone's blowing up with lawsuits." By noon, major gossip outlets had already picked it up. The Shade Room posted Cardi versus Saweetie, from charts to chaos. Hollywood Unlocked hinted at legal implications. And then came the bombshell. Report: the footage didn't leak randomly. It allegedly came from Cardi's own burner account. A supposed insider from Cardi's circle told Spill Daily she was furious. She wanted to end Saweetie's career. The clip wasn't supposed to go public, but once the group chat got messy, it got out of control. Cue the meltdown. Saweetie's team issued a statement within hours, calling the footage fake, manipulated, and defamatory. But their denial didn't help, because fans noticed something else. The leaked clip had the same lighting, furniture, and decor as the suite Saweetie had posted from during a Vegas trip, the same one. Offset had been spotted at that weekend for a club appearance. Receipts don't lie, and the internet doesn't forget. Then, to make things worse, a second clip surfaced just 10 seconds long, but with audio this time. A man's voice that sounded exactly like Offset's muttered, "You can't tell nobody. You know how she'll get." That line sent Twitter into full meltdown mode. Bardi. Gang called it proof. Barbs called it karma. The rest of the world called it insanity. Hashtags flooded timelines. Hashtag #SciSheGet. Hashtag #CARDI leaks. Hashtag Offset exposed. Even brands got caught in the chaos. Saweetie's McDonald's collab page got spammed with messy comments. Cardi's shoe deal promo was hijacked with icy emojis. And just when you thought things couldn't possibly get wilder, Nicki Minaj entered the chat. At 3:14 p.m., Nicki tweeted, "When you throw stones, make sure your glass house got curtains." It was over. That one sentence poured gasoline on an already blazing inferno. Fans went wild, Barb's calling Nicki the voice of justice, Bardi gang accusing her of instigating, and Saweetie's supporters thanking her for standing with the icy queen. But this wasn't just a tweet. According to insiders, Nicki privately reached out to Saweetie that same day. A leaked iMessage screenshot circulated showing a contact labeled Onika, with a message that said, "Keep your head up. Don't let them break you." The truth always wins. The internet couldn't handle it. Nicki and Saweetie, two of Cardi's biggest rivals, joining forces at her lowest moment. That wasn't just beef. That was betrayal in stereo. Then, an even more shocking revelation hit. Cardi's label allegedly warned her to stop posting, claiming she was violating confidentiality agreements from her ongoing divorce proceedings with Offset. Divorce. You heard that right. Word on the street was that Cardi had quietly filed separation paperwork 2 weeks earlier. But the public didn't know until now. TMZ dropped the headline that broke the internet. Cardi's revenge leak connected to Offset divorce explodes online. And if that wasn't enough, Offset's camp hit back. His rep released a furious statement claiming the footage was deep fake. The question wasn't if she'd drop another bomb. It was when and the world was watching her every move. Because the next thing she posted would determine whether this was gossip or the biggest celebrity scandal of the decade. By the next morning, the digital world wasn't just buzzing, it was in free fall. Screenshots, memes, think pieces, and voice notes were circulating faster than the truth could catch up. The hashtag #OffsetGate had already surpassed 20 million mentions, and it felt like every influencer, every Stan account, and every anonymous source close to the situation had something to say. But none of them expected the second leak. It dropped at 9:42 a.m. sharp, a 15-second clip posted to a Telegram channel titled Cardi's Karma Files. The clip showed a woman in a platinum wig, partially obscured face, laughing as a familiar male voice whispered something inaudible. The quality was bad, the audio muffled, but the body language, unmistakable. Fans slowed it down frame by frame, enhancing shadows, matching jewelry, matching tattoos, and the verdict was unanimous. That's Saweetie. That's Offset. Cue the digital apocalypse. Twitter imploded. Instagram froze. TikTok went into CSI mode. One user uploaded side-by-side shots of Saweetie's wrist tattoo, comparing it to a split-second still from the clip. Another swore they heard Offset's ad-lib laugh, the same one from his Migos tracks. And then came the comment that made things worse. Cardi, who had been silent for nearly a day, commented under a fan's post, "Shoulda kept her mouth shut about my numbers. Now she gotta deal with mine." That was it. The internet lost its collective mind. Cardi had basically confessed, or at least that's how everyone took it. Within hours, TMZ, Hollywood Unlocked, and every gossip YouTuber alive had headlines screaming Cardi B confirms leaking the tape. Screenshots of her comment flooded Reddit, and Twitter threads dissected every letter like it was the Zapruder film of hip-hop drama. But behind the chaos, things were getting darker. Sources close to Saweetie told the Daily Spill that her legal team was preparing to file an invasion of privacy and defamation lawsuit against whoever distributed the footage. But insiders whispered something different, that Saweetie wasn't just angry. She was devastated. According to an alleged friend, she thought the Offset thing was buried. It was years ago, something that never should have happened. Now the whole world is watching her lowest moment, like it's entertainment. Meanwhile, Offset was nowhere to be found. His socials were wiped, every post deleted, his story blank. But just when people started thinking he'd gone into hiding, a blurry paparazzi photo surfaced. Offset in a hoodie, leaving a hotel at 3 a.m., phone pressed to his ear. The caption, Offset seen pacing outside hotel as Cardi leak fallout grows. And the body language said it all. He looked terrified. Still, Cardi didn't stop. Her Instagram story lit up again, this time with the words, "Y'all want receipts? I keep files, not feelings." Every syllable was gasoline. Fans immediately began speculating that there were more tapes, more secrets, maybe even more women. One alleged insider posted a voice note claiming Cardi had 3 more videos locked away on an encrypted drive, and that one of them featured Offset and an unknown woman who wasn't Saweetie. The internet didn't know whether to scream or pray. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj doubled down on her support for Saweetie. She posted a cryptic tweet. "It's funny how the loudest ones always got the most to hide." Then, she followed it up with an Instagram caption that read, "Protect the girls who don't move like clowns when life gets real." And fans knew exactly who the clown was supposed to be. Nicki then shocked everyone by going live with Saweetie. Yes, live. The two women appeared on screen together for the first time, laughing, sipping drinks, and blasting Barbie World in the background. Saweetie looked calm, like someone who had decided that silence was no longer an option. Halfway through the live, she smirked and said, "It's always the insecure ones trying to destroy another woman." Imagine leaking something you didn't even record. Nicki burst out laughing. The comment section exploded. One fan wrote, "That's not shade. That's a direct hit." Another posted, "Nicki and Saweetie versus Cardi is the tag team we never knew we needed." But the laughs didn't last long because 5 minutes later, Cardi went live too. And y'all, that live was unhinged. It started with her pacing, nails clicking on her phone, her voice shaking not from fear, but from rage. "Y'all keep talking like I'm scared of these chicks." Scared of who? A Barbie and an Icy. Please, I built this. I don't need to leak nothing. They leak themselves when they open their legs to my man. The comment section went feral, Cardi admitting it on live. One wrote, "This is PR suicide." Another said, "But she didn't stop there. You want to talk about numbers? Cool. My album ain't #1, but my name stay in everybody's mouth, including yours, Saweetie. Don't play with me. You was at my house smiling, calling me sis, and the whole time you was doing that behind my back." Then came the line that froze the internet. "You lucky I only leaked one clip." Boom! The live cut off right after that, either because Cardi ended it or because her phone was seized by her team, who, according to rumors, were begging her to stop talking before legal action hit. But by then, it was too late. The quote spread like wildfire. Fans were already editing it into sound bites, TikTok memes, and AI remixes. "You lucky I only leaked one clip" became the new occur within hours. The phrase was printed on fake t-shirts trending on Twitter and tattooed into the internet's memory forever. Meanwhile, Saweetie's lawyers moved fast. They issued a statement saying, unauthorized distribution of private content was a serious crime and that the person responsible would face immediate legal action. But fans noticed something strange. Right after that statement, Offset reactivated his Instagram and posted a black screen with the caption, "You ain't seen the whole story yet?" Theories went wild. Was he defending Saweetie? Was he about to expose Cardi? Was there another leak coming, but from him this time? Then a screenshot allegedly from Offset's close friend hit Twitter. It read, "She thinks she the only one with receipts. Wait for Friday." Friday. The fandoms went feral. Hashtag Offset Speaks trended globally. People were setting countdown timers like it was New Year's Eve. Even bet reporters tweeted, "Friday about to be a bloodbath." But before that day could even arrive, the story took another turn, and this one was straight out of a soap opera, because a mysterious YouTube channel named Derial T-Vault uploaded a 3-minute compilation titled Cardi and Offset: The Secrets They Both Hid. It featured unseen clips, distorted audio, and get this, a voice note allegedly of Cardi B herself yelling, "I don't care if she sees it. Let the world know she's fake." The channel was deleted within 15 minutes, but not before fans downloaded everything. The clips spread across Reddit, Discord, and Telegram like wildfire. Suddenly, everyone was talking about how Cardi might not have been the only one behind the leaks. Maybe her team had orchestrated everything to distract from something bigger. And then someone asked the question nobody wanted to say out loud. What if Nicki had the rest of the footage? Because remember, Nicki and Cardi share mutual industry connections, producers, even lawyers. And in this industry, loyalty comes second to leverage. By the time the sun set, rumors were flying that Nicki had evidence tying Offset to other women, and that she was planning to drop it if Cardi didn't back down. And if that was true, it meant one thing. The war had just escalated from beef to blackmail. As one fan tweeted, "We're not watching a rap feud. We're watching the fall of an empire." And they weren't wrong, because the next morning, Cardi's label unfollowed her on Instagram. Her management deleted every tweet she'd posted in the last 48 hours. Meanwhile, Nicki and Saweetie posted a photo together with the caption, "Real women don't fight for men. We fight for peace." It got 5 million likes in an hour. And Cardi, she vanished. No tweets, no posts, no lives. Just silence. Until that night. when a single tweeted reflection. One was titled Vegas Trip. Another said phone audio. The other two were blurred, but fans swore they saw a thumbnail that looked like a FaceTime call. Now, everyone was asking the same question. What else was in those folders? Because if Cardi was really sitting on that kind of footage, the next drop wouldn't just destroy Saweetie could bury. Offset. Then came the voice note. An anonymous email leaked to Gossip Page. Pop Candle contained an attached audio file labeled Project Ice. In it, a woman who sounded exactly like Cardi could be heard yelling, "You don't mess with my family. You think I didn't see the texts? You think I don't know about the Vegas suite? You think I'm scared of her? Nah, she's gonna learn today." The rage in her voice was bone-chilling. Fans knew it instantly. This wasn't some studio recording. This was private, and that's when Offset reappeared. Friday arrived the day he'd teased Dan instead of another leak. He posted a 4-minute video statement on his Instagram titled My Side. He looked exhausted, sitting in his car with no jewelry, no bravado. His voice was low, deliberate. Everybody out here acting like they know what happened. They don't. What y'all seen online ain't the full truth. I made mistakes, yeah, but not everything you're hearing is real. I got set up too. There's people in the background playing both sides, people y'all don't even know. He took a long pause before dropping the bombshell. Cardi wasn't the only one with receipts. Saweetie got her own. The internet imploded again. Did that mean Saweetie had evidence that Offset and Cardi both knew more than they claimed? Or was he hinting that Nicki was involved? Within minutes, Saweetie trended at #1, and fan accounts began speculating that Saweetie had recorded conversations with both Offset and Cardi to protect herself. One fan page even leaked alleged text screenshots between Saweetie and someone labeled Nika. "Sweetie, if she goes public, I'm done. Nika. Then we go bigger. Let her dig her own grave." The comments went ballistic. Barbs were celebrating like it was the Super Bowl, while Barty Gang was accusing Key of orchestrating the whole disaster from day one. And just when it seemed like the chaos couldn't escalate further, the Shade Room dropped an exclusive they'd obtained leaked documents from a PR firm, allegedly hired by Nicki's camp, tailing a counter-strategy to reposition Saudi's narrative and amplify victim credibility. In the wake of Cardi B controversy. Translation: Nicki's team was allegedly working behind the scenes to make Saweetie the sympathetic one, while Cardi looked like the villain. Cardi caught wind of it and lost it. That night, she went live again. No glam, no filters, just rage. "Y'all keep saying I'm jealous? Jealous of what? A chick who couldn't even move to K first week. Nicki, gotta babysit you now, huh? That's cute. Y'all want war? Cool, let's talk war. Let's talk about that video from 2021. The one none of y'all know about yet?" The comments exploded. "What video?" flooded the chat. But before she could elaborate, her phone buzzed. She glanced off screen, and the live ended abruptly. 10 minutes later, her account went dark. Gone, deactivated, and the conspiracy theories erupted like fireworks. Some said her label forced her offline before she could incriminate herself further. Others swore the police were involved now because leaking private footage cross state lines was a federal offense. Meanwhile, Saweetie's side wasn't staying silent. Her attorney, speaking exclusively to PageFix, stated, "We are working with federal authorities to trace the origin of the leaked content. Ms. Harper has been subjected to targeted harassment and privacy violations. We will pursue every legal avenue necessary." Fans noticed something odd about that statement. It never denied the footage was real. It only said leaked content, which meant it existed. Nicki doubled down with a cryptic Instagram story. "It's always the loud ones who end up in court." The image: a pink gavel on a Barbie background. Savage. And if that wasn't enough to break the internet, Offset's former Migos partner Quavo stepped in. Out of nowhere, he posted a now-deleted tweet that read, "Told y'all back then loyalty was the problem." Fans immediately connected it to his 2022 track, Messy, which was rumored to reference the Offset Saweetie situation in the first place. Quavo's tweet reignited the theory that this entire storm had been brewing since that. Fallout-tanned Cardi had been sitting on the footage ever since. Now, every blog from Hollywood Unlocked to Bossip was digging through old Migos interviews for clues. People resurfaced an old clip where Takeoff Rip awkwardly deflected a question about the ladies' situation during a Breakfast Club interview. Suddenly, it wasn't just gossip, was history catching up. But the final straw came when a new voice memo leaked from what was allegedly a group chat between Cardi's inner circle. In it, a woman sounding eerily like Cardi said, "I don't regret it. She thought it was cute laughing at me online. Now she can laugh in court." That was all it took. The blogs labeled it Cardi's confession, and Sawie's legal team pounced. Reports flooded in that Cardi was under formal investigation for cyber harassment and data misuse. Then, right when it seemed like the storm had swallowed her whole, Cardi's account suddenly reappeared with a single new post. Black background, red text. "If I go down, everyone's going with me." The internet froze. Screenshots spread instantly. Users speculating who everyone meant Offset, Saweetie, Nicki, or even her label. Within minutes, Offset unfollowed Cardi again, and Saweetie posted a subtle clapback, a selfie with the caption, "You can't silence the truth, baby." Nicki immediately liked it at this point. It wasn't a fedette, it was a civil war. Barbs were misreporting Cardi's pages. Barty Gang was flooding Nicki's mentions with snake emojis. Even neutral celebs started taking sides. Summer Walker tweeted, "Leaking private stuff, ain't it? Ain't nothing icy about that." JT replied with a single popcorn emoji. And then, the unthinkable happened. An anonymous Dropbox link circulated on Reddit late that night. No one knows who uploaded it, but the title said, proof_final_cut.mp4. Fans hesitated. Was it real? A troll? A setup? Within minutes, moderators deleted it, but by then, dozens had downloaded it. And though no one confirmed what was inside, whispers spread fast. Allegedly, it wasn't just Saweetie, and Offset included screen recordings of private messages between Cardi and Offset, where he admitted to doing something stupid in Vegas. If that's true, then Cardi hadn't leaked a lie, she leaked revenge. The fallout was instant. Cardi's sponsorships went on pause. Her legal team released a statement calling all leaked material fabricated. But no one was buying it. Saweetie trended again under #IcyJustice, and Nicki posted one final dagger. "Sometimes you don't need to fight back. The truth drags itself." By Sunday morning, Cardi's comment sections were locked. Offset's team was silent, and Sawie's streams had doubled overnight. Nicki and Saweetie announced a surprise single dropping soon. And Cardi, still gone. The streets were saying she'd fled to the Dominican Republic to clear her head. Others claimed her team confiscated her devices to stop more leaks. But one thing was clear, this wasn't over. Not even close. Because once the internet smells blood, it never stops hunting. And somewhere in those hidden folders, on some encrypted drive, there's still more footage waiting to drop. If that happens, it won't just end Korea's, it'll rewrite rap history forever. Because this isn't just gossip anymore. This is the war that will decide who the real queen of rap is. And baby, the crown's covered in ice and blood. And there you have it, the scandal that shattered friendships, wrecked reputations, and flipped the entire rap game upside down. Cardi B, the Bronx bulldozer, backed into a corner after one leak too many. Saweetie, the icy queen, rising from the ashes with Nicki Minaj at her side. Offset, caught in the crossfire, silenced by secrets that refused to stay buried. This isn't just another feud, this is a cultural earthquake. Because if even half of these leaks are real, this isn't just messy, it's history in the making. The kind of scandal that fans will whisper about for years. Every post, every screenshot, every voice note feels like a countdown to what? Another leak, a lawsuit, Or maybe the final end of the Barty era as we know it. But don't get it twisted, this story is still unfolding. Those hidden files, those cryptic messages, those midnight tweets, they're not done. And when the next piece drops, you'll want to be the first to see it. Because in this war of queens,